Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. This is one of the things that's real important to me because I have to talk about these things because we have to fight and we have to stand up for, you know, our people, in times like this. At the end of the day, I just want Kenneth Walker to come home. Now, Kenneth Walker is the young man, 27 years old, who was about to start a job at the U.S. Postal Service, a government job. That is a flat out government job working for the U.S. Postal Service. Basically, once again, he's 27 years old. Apparently, he doesn't have any criminal record. He is a licensed gun owner. Now, Kenneth Walker basically did what any normal man would do, basically abiding by the laws of his, you know, live in state, which is Kentucky. Basically, he had a license, he had a right to carry a firearm. Now, basically, what happened is some police, you know, in street clothes entered his house to serve a no knock warrant, which that's very suspect. Basically, they entered his home, and here's something that the media is not letting a lot of you guys know, but I'll let you know. Serve a no knock warrant. Basically, they just entered his house. He didn't know who they were. He said they did not identify themselves as police. They did not say, hey, the police don't move. And I'm going to tell you right now, no knock warrants should always be banned. They should be banned, period. Because that's just asking for trouble. But anyway, to make a long story short, he thought they was intruders. He fired at them. He fired some shots. They fired shots back. Unfortunately, his girlfriend was struck. She was killed. And Kenneth Walker was arrested for attempted murder on a police officer, and now he's awaiting trial. And basically, he should not be in jail because he exercised his Second Amendment rights. And I'm about to speak on Second Amendment rights because once again, I'm about to call these frauds out. Now, do not pay attention to the mainstream media who is barely talking about this story. Once again, they're trying to play devil's advocate, basically trying to say no knock warrants versus stand your ground. At the end of the day, the man was defending his house. He was defending his, you know, place of place of living, his residence, something that he had every right to do. And he's sitting up in jail for basically trying to protect his home. Now, here's something that a lot of people are not telling you. The police was in the wrong house. They didn't even have a correct address. Now, they came there to serve a warrant for a man that they had already had in custody. So something ain't right about this. They say they were supposed to be looking for a dude that had already been placed in custody, which they should have known, which is common knowledge. See, something ain't right about this. Because why would you go try to serve a warrant for a dude that was already in custody that you was looking for, unless you were looking for something else? Okay? So that's what the lamestream media ain't telling you, because this could be a case of crooked you know so this something ain't right about this. But here's another question that I want to ask: where all these Second Amendment right gun activists at? Where they at? Why ain't they came to the aid of Kenneth Walker? Where they at? Where the NRA at? And by the way, I'm off tomorrow. The NRA will be getting a phone call from me tomorrow because I'm going to ask them, why hasn't they sent a representative to Louisville, Kentucky? Why haven't they issued a statement defending Kenneth Walker? See how these organizations is? This is more proof that they don't want blacks to own guns. Everybody else can own a gun except blacks. This is what I mean by they don't have us in mind when they say certain things. The NRA ain't nowhere to be found. This is complete negligence on the Louisville Police Department. They came into the wrong house. Had the wrong address. And the person that they were serving a no-knock warrant to, from what they saying, had already been in custody. So you guys draw your own conclusion. I have an idea what was going on. I have an idea what happened. I have a clear idea what happened. But this is something that the media don't want to bring up. Kenneth Walker should be released immediately because he did nothing wrong. But this just goes to show you all these fake gun activists and advocates and these fake gun right protectors, how fake they are. They're fake. It's funny. They hollering about Second Amendment rights when some lunatic white man in most cases go shoot up a school, a church, a social security building, banks, movie theaters. They hollering about Second Amendment rights. And these dudes are in the wrong. But here is a dude that's protecting his home, protecting his woman. Because, according to, people like certain people, us brothers, we don't protect our women. And he should be celebrated for that too, being a man and protecting his home. But, here he is trying to defend his home and his woman. Unfortunately, she was taken away. But then ain't nobody, but he been left hanging. So like I said, the NRA will be getting a phone call from me tomorrow. But this just goes to show you how fake these gun advocates is. These so-called gun right protectors, these Second Amendment. So the Second Amendment is for everybody except brothers, huh? Okay. But like I said, and please don't come on here talking that, well, I don't think it's about race. I just think that, get the fuck out of here. Anybody come talking that shit, your ass is blocked. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.